this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Syracuse Orange, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Army Black Knights. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
Go on, boys. Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal. You still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got his man across the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Creates a little space. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
There he goes. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available on second down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off and does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
What a a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Second and short to keep this drive moving. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down block is.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fires to the big side. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get into the 36. It'll be first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Black Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the 15. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. Caught in the backfield, and Stone and he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. They go to the ground. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, he's got some space. Syracuse. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. to even the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Black Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started. Because
Ramsey with the stiff arm. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in. Because this passing attack, it's lethal. Because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Lining out from the 34 on first down. They'll give it to him again. And this time, they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the Black Knights didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here.
Timeout, Army.
Take it to him. One more, boys.
Looking to throw. That's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Orange with that goal line virtually on their heels, trying to find some room to operate. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but oh boy, it's kind of...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The problem with the play action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working that left side now. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Gets away from one, finds room. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to keep it in the air. Back open in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. And he'll step across the sideline after making a good gain on that one.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds.
Back to pass on second down. Using the quick game. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year. But I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
Behind the change now on second and long.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing that they can break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. Brings him to the open. Doing some serious work on the ground, out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. The Black Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the free fake on first down. Makes the grab. It's so close. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Black Knights in a good spot here with second and short. The toss sweep to the right. Got a little space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. To the air on first down. Throws to the wide out. Complete to the left. Touchdown! A great catch upon for 6.
That's exactly
going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Going to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw on third and short. Looking to the big tight end. It's Everett. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job of pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
How about the coverage by the defense? It's almost like they knew they were running a curl route, sitting on the route, doing a good job of seeing the quarterback, breaking the football. This defense is dialed in no matter what you throw at.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They get it out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Black Knights have it with a first and 10. They'll run it through the gun. Got the first down and more. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon them.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
He's got an open man. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Black Knights are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. And the hallelujah man. Touchdown, Black Knights!
I tell you what, this is other field. Once you start getting into the red zone, the field shrinks. You got more big bodies in the field. The running players, real tight ends come on the field, and what happens? A little play action off of it. Get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked it down so quickly. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's...
Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
That ball after got handed.
Take over 1st and 10.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in the 40 because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, doesn't...
Touchdown, Orange! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Syracuse.
Have yourself a dang young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great bag. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're down by a touchdown. Looking to dial up plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man down the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
looking to throw on first down. Complete. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show him really quickly and make it easy on him. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, and making a nice play. And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Right off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
By the receiver.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and being a little bit of...
No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Zings it complete to the right. And to the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Syracuse right back at it. Trying to slam in. Knocked down in the backfield. And boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Back switching for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football. So really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cuse. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Will take over 1st and 10.
This time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
2nd down coming up.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. And they're able to get him down.
That's at 22. 3rd down coming up.
The Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the 1st down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the 1st down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Holds and fires complete to the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Here we go, here we go. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Going down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down. The Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect that front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's got his man, makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Timeout.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Black Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, but not enough of that today.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. A 4th-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much. Touchdown! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, lost the throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a way to get the football back.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the and he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. He's going for the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. To the 35. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team can be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Powell.